Monday, Tuesday. What's next?
It's time for Cocaine Wednesdays with Chroma.
Let's let it finish. Yeah, citizens of Fourside, I'm Jagzilla, and I know. Number 1, turn your Kindle on airplane mode, or like me, you'll miss your window to jailbreak it. Number 2, Puff is the perfect character for retired Plup, and I fully support his transition. Number 3, I am going to lose every dollar I spend on Texas Hold'em at Full House. And number 4, I have discovered the secret to successful IRL cycling streams. Let's go to our sole guest today for episode 49, Chroma09. Chroma, what do I need to make these cycling streams pop?
Where is everybody, Jack? I was promised PC Chris, Crush.
Yeah, that'll be in the welcome thing. Answer the question. Don't worry. Don't you worry your little head.
All right, so yeah, you're biking around the Bay Area. I want to see you link up with some real hitters like Barry Bonds, the ghost of O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Let's see, Sam Bankman-Fried. He's going to be out soon. You know that. I want to see some hot bods, hotter questions as you ask them for their greatest money mogul mentality tips.
That makes sense. I guess, do you have 3 other things to say about this?
Yeah, I guess. I've been waiting for this since you tamed the count, Jack. I have been saying the whole time the show is deeply unfair. No one ever
about
counts
the
points
cycling
good
thing.
for me.
All right. Let me
Oh, the
introduce
biking
the
thing?
rules.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to Fourside Fights. We've got one controversial guest today who is going to act as pundit as I throw topic after topic at him. He'll give his takes. If they're entertaining or interesting, I'll give him points. If he's boring, repetitive, or patently unreasonable, I'll subtract. And of course, I can mute Chroma at any time for any reason. If Chroma gets enough points, he survives the trial. If he doesn't, he will be banned from Fourside forever. How many is enough, you ask? I'll tell you. I don't know. Either way, he will have to pull up to the 9x9 grid against me to see exactly how his punditry translates into go. Let's get started with our first topic.
I was promised Rishi Mahjong, and I thought we were going to gamble blood on this, Jack.
Listen, I am terrified of that game. All I know is its appearance is a minor factor in movies in which characters have gambling addictions, like the underrated Joseph Gordon-Levitt flick Premium Rush. I recommend it. It's about you guessed it, riding your bike. And also corrupt cops who are addicted to mahjong.
That really is your 2 main ballparks.
Hating cops and loving my bike.
And loving your bike.
It's not so much. I mean, listen. I am a white guy. I haven't had like these horrible interactions with cops in my life. But much like who's the character in Parks and Rec? Adam Scott's character.
Oh yeah, Ben Wyatt. You are definitely
the way he is around cops is exactly how I feel. Where I'm just terrified that due to their inherent lawlessness, that they will just find something to arrest me over. And that's a problem.
Louis C.K. assaults him in a bathroom in that show, so he was completely vindicated, I gotta say.
That's right, he was.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, let's get to some Melee things. Last month, Kyle Crudo won Full Bloom 2025. That's the year. Winning one of the biggest tournaments of the year over Asify in Grand Finals. What did you make of Full Bloom?
Man, first of all, I wanted to say this was a dope tournament, but you're involved in it, and I don't want to get points. I want to say right now, if I get less than 100 points, I should be banned immediately. I know I can beat 100 points. If you count the points right...
You just said 2 seconds ago, I'm not trying to get points.
Oh no, it's not about trying to get points or not trying to get points. The universe will move in a way that awards me the points that I deserve or don't deserve.
Do you think you could jump realities into the one in which you have 100 points if you give it enough effort?
I, like the great Buddha, will sit quietly under the tree, in slumber, in silence, until the points emerge to me. And I wake up and I declare the words.
Just another privileged rich boy that discovers
the world
Buddhism.
is on.
Okay.
That guy rules. He just woke up and he's like, hey, I didn't know India was poor.
Yeah.
And now he's founded one of the great religions.
Many such cases as I have heard. So Full Bloom. It seems like it's going to be a trial for me to keep you on topic even a little.
Yeah, so... I had a couple thoughts. First of all, Kyle Crudo, obviously one of the best players in the world. I put him number 2 right now behind Triff. Yeah. It goes Triff, Crudo. I kind of want to give it to Cody, but I think it's Josh. It's Josh, then Cody.
That seems a little unfair. I thought
Touchdown
you had a
one.
system there where it was like the bigger, how many people did you beat to win the tournament?
Mm, Yeah, it's a tricky one. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess Breakfast. Breakfast is up there. Just won the Soul Car Arcadia, and that was probably better than Genesis too. I would have to
Hmm.
say. Yeah, no, really lovely vibes, great tournaments. As Nintendo continues to fuck us into oblivion, it's just exciting to see some sort of reasonably sized regional get out before the cops show up. I like that. Crudo, obviously the best player in the world. And the scariest part is that Crudo kept playing people that Jmook had just been defeated to or lost to or just had horrific sets with. And Crudo would just whoop them. Like Magi. Magi once again watched Jmook,
Yeah.
and Crudo bops. Ossify, that was crazy. That was just absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah,
And,
every set
I
of
love.
game 5 except for the Kudo. Oh no, Kudo went to game 5 with Salt. It wasn't that close. It wasn't a whoop.
Which is also crazy because Salt very narrowly almost beat Jmook at where I was, which was Altitude Sickness out in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Crudo just asserting himself once again as the best single day tournament winner of all time. If Kaguribi was a one-day tournament, Crudo would win that too. It's very simple.
I
Um,
like that the extraction of the kind of top 10 players, aside from Jmook and Aklo, made people acknowledge the fact that, like, hey, the thing that makes a Melee tournament good is having a shit ton of people. And, like, you definitely need, like, some people who are really good. But really, the most important thing is that the crowd is fucking lit and the commentary is good. And then the gamers are competitive. But they don't need to be, like,
well, hold on,
the
hold on.
peak
I don't
possible
know about the. I
competitiveness.
don't know about the commentary. Were you commentating?
No, it was mango and homemade waffles.
All
Big
right, the
fan.
commentary. The
And
commentary
me and
was
my
okay.
actually it was me and my dad before that for top 8 quals.
Yeah,
So actually, yeah, the commentary was good the
your
whole
dad
time.
was great. Stude was great. I
The
liked
third guy.
Joe Frigid for doubles. Always a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Frigid and Stu.
it was honestly a strong weekend. I will
Honestly,
say
this
that.
is here. You want me to go for it? You want me to jerk off a little? Maybe that's
No,
a little too harsh.
Just Danger cannot have this. It was
That
Just
came off a
Danger on the
little too
roster at
harshly.
any
Do you want
point.
me to congratulate myself? This is the best commentary broadcast overall since, not if you don't count invitationals, for an open bracket tournament. This is the best
Right.
commentary overall in the bracket from start to finish since the Big House 4.
Was really sharp. I do have to say that. And I have to say, as always, Mango gets carried by being Mango. Mango did spend huge amounts of the Ossify sets complaining, like, oh, all this guy does is shield grab me. I don't like it. But he's
And
nice
he
to
never
me.
once mentioned Ossify's rank. That's what
Not at
makes
any
him.
point. Yeah,
He
that's
is
that's
bringing
goaded
the.
actually. Not knowing that is goaded.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later.
Contextualization is bullshit. Yeah, no, I mean it's the kind of stuff that like only Mango could do, and it's charming because it's Mango. But it's kind of ridiculous to try and isolate that out from Mango because Mango is Mango. If Mango weren't Mango, he wouldn't be Mango. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh damn! Somebody was a mod. Sorry, I shouldn't talk about chat.
Oh,
While
free my man horse.
yeah, free a horse who could drive. A horse.
Yeah,
who could
let me
definitely
get in the chat real quick. Let me just
That's
open this
right.
up. Got it.
All right, let's move on to. I'll introduce our second topic. Zane's
Wait,
GM.
I got more to say. I got more to say
Okay,
about.
fucking finish it up. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, okay. So I want to say this. Aklo and Jmook were the sacrifices that gave that tournament legitimacy. Because
Apparently
we did
not,
have top
according to
players there.
According to those stooges at Liquipedia, who I will never defeat, apparently. They win this one.
Okay, I actually bribed Liquipedia to count this as a Mickey Mouse major just to fuck with you.
I would love a Mickey Mouse major.
I actually, I love the Liquipedia people, and I'm back on they should be able to just say whatever they want as a major or not a major, and it
It's
shouldn't matter.
fine.
Stop.
So the meme we were running all weekend was if Salt
you-
wins, it's a major, and if Aklo wins, it's a major.
No,
And then
if
my
Aklo
dad
wins-
eventually declared, just Jim doesn't commentate anything less than a major.
Papa don't play ball for less than a super major.
So he's always got his eye on the money.
All right, I do fuck with that heavily. I like him. Yeah, he really kept his eye on the money the entirety of the podcast. And we need a commentator that keeps his eye on the money that just walks in and says, "I don't know about that. Kind of seems like there's two of them. What's going on here?"
Why are we letting? So this is my takeaway from Full Bloom. Maybe double elimination brackets are bad and holding back our growth. Why are we letting the losers play? You lost.
I've never understood why we stream the losers. If we wanted to stream them, they would be called winners.
That's right.
Right.
I'm so
I said
sick of
this. I said this once, and everyone got so mad at me.
What if we just did that? We could save so much money and time if we just didn't ever stream any losers set, and it's just like, see you in grands. Wonder how they got there.
Well, that's why I love why you go to the quad grunge session. That's where you go
Yeah.
in losers. Like in the new Prince of Tennis, where if you win the match to start out, you go to the nice club, and you get all the training, and probably the coach is still abusive, I think. But if you lose, you go to the mountains, where the coach is definitely abusive,
Mm,
and your physical strength and challenges are brought out in this harsh environment, and you
yeah.
emerge stronger, like Cody Schwab.
Yeah. So that brings us into topic 2. Not really, but I'm just going to do this anyways. Zane's GM challenge to hit Slippy Grandmaster with every character ended with a bang/whimper on his Bowser as a surge of people carried him over the line in the last few hours, like Spider-Man in the Spider-Man 2 train scene. He then missed top 8 for the first time in years after mastering this evil, evil character. Has this validated Bowser as a real character, or should I continue my years-long crusade to get him banned?
Okay, I have 4 separate sub answers here, I've got to say, and I demand all my time. Sorry, everyone, we're going to be going till midnight. First of all, much like Superman, sorry, not Superman, Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the better one anyway. He's cool. He knows
Now let's
science.
talk about that after the show.
Yeah, fuck
Actually,
yeah.
we can talk
All
about
right.
it right now.
Yeah, so Spider-Man 2 is carried because he's a
So,
hero. That's
Spider-Man
why they
2 is
carried him.
scary because they
He
ripped
saved
Christopher
everyone.
Reeve's whole shit. Like, literally, he's
Uh,
barely playing Spider-Man from the comics. He's playing Christopher Reeve from Superman, the movie.
Wait, are we talking about Tobey Maguire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I 100% agree. The only good Tobey
The
Maguire
the
acting
thing
in the
that makes
entire thing
Spider-Man
was
so
3
good
when
is
he was
that,
evil.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
And what he's mean to his friend, like he hustled him in poker in real life. But no, the
Yeah,
reason he gets carried off the subway is because, or the train, I suppose, is because he's a hero.
that's
Zayn
right.
was a hero because, like Jesus, he took the many beatings for us by being loud and popular and getting sniped out of his goddamn mind. I
Yeah.
watched that one gold falcon just show up and do evil, evil shit to Zayn for literally 20 minutes a set.
Dude, gold Falcos are fucking ruining my life. I'm
They're
crashing
not
out.
even.
I hate ranked. I hate it.
That's
I
correct.
hate them. I don't know what to do. I do all these
They're not
coaching
humans,
sessions
Jack.
about Falco, and I can't do anything. I get lasered 3 times, and I'm back in Dr. Atkinson's office talking about how the ADHD diagnosis isn't going to make my life any worse if I work through it. And
That's true.
it's not true. They're
That's
lying
true.
to the
That's true.
children.
I mean, I think it's complicated, but probably medication is a really good call, to be very honest, I will say.
Okay, I'll take
No,
2.5 milligrams of Ritalin.
the secret to ranked and the secret to Falco is to have mini games. Falco, you want to play a mini game, and then you want to make that mini game happen, and then the Falco dies. Like, take laser, jump, fair, die. Make the character die. Bowser, what makes Bowser a real ass character was not anything Zane did. The sticks, it was that video that came out
Yes.
of the Bowser house that tipped off the one previous.
Yeah.
And it had like Heavenly Sunflower saying, "Yeah, I think Bowser is probably at least as good as Puff, or possibly the best character in the game." You had Warrior Knight there. You had what was that one? Was it Bowser on the cross actually?
Yes.
It was that picture of Bowser on the cross. If you haven't seen
think
that
so.
video, it was beautiful.
It was
I
very
think
beautiful.
I think Fraser was involved, I have to say, who was
Yeah.
in some sort of fatwa with Walt about something. I honestly got bored
Zane
halfway
is
through
a
Walt doing.
great he is a great like standard bearer for the culture because he is both great on the sticks and then when he is given budget to make shit, he does capture the spirit of Melee. Like he's great.
I do think Zane is a psychopath, though. Do you know that one video where Zane is getting his cousin, I believe it is, to pretend win a tournament?
Oh, you mean when he experimented with a Nathan for You-esque heist of her mental health?
Yeah, and then I asked Zane this once. I'm like, hey, man, my family actually really liked that video. We thought it was hilarious. What happened? Did you ever tell her? And he's like, yeah, we told her. We couldn't put it in the video.
Oh no.
It was really bad, actually. But no, I mean, I watched Zane struggle through Link. I watched struggle through Kirby. I watched him struggle versus his internet. The worst fucking thing I saw was the Bowser. The Bowser was evil. The Bowser felt like
He's
watching
the worst
Ludwig.
character in the game by any fucking metric. He shouldn't be in. He's unfun He's at least mercifully like a little bit okay to play against because he's such a punching bag. But even then, his one defense being up B out of shield makes that kind of not fun.
Up B out of shield's a really good move, I gotta say.
Sure, but it's annoying. It's got this high pitched whining, like you're hitting the brakes on a bike that hasn't been serviced.
I think what Zane was doing wrong was trying to play melee, and I think Load Spiller tried to get at this in the coaching,
Yeah.
which is you just need to refuse to play melee and freak people out and get them nervous. And then you play the one mini game like a minute in. And I can't get around the fact that I'm pretty sure he is the worst character in the game, but if you somehow just trick people into not playing 90% of the game with you
Yeah.
and just finding the 3 things they absolutely suck dog ass about at interacting with Bowser, because that's Bowser's whole history. It's I need to run through my tricks and find out, are you going to up throw up air me and fuck it up? Are you going to misapproach me versus, the ledge or, up B? Or are you going to shield too much in certain spots where I can command grab you? You just have to rotate the chump checks in such a bizarre way to
miss
do
your
well
wave
with it.
dash in front of me.
Right, you're gonna miss your wave dash in front of me. Do you understand how my F smash works? Do you understand how my F tilt works? I don't know. I think I said on an earlier Fourside that Zane could be top 100 with Bowser. I don't think Zane could be top 100 with Bowser.
I've been a believer for years when Melee Stats has like talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no. I think Bowser could get top 100 wins, but I don't think Bowser could ever actually make top 100 in our current. And I mean, obviously, if Melee shrinks and a Bowser just has the Skrilla to go to every tournament and gets top 48, maybe, or top 64.
Do I think people could crash out versus Bowser and just fuck it up and like 3 top 100 players lose to a Bowser at a crucial moment, including like one top 30
shot,
player?
not 3 in a row. No,
3 in a row could, because that makes it
the third
worse,
would see it coming.
No, they get more nervous. I saw this at Altitude Sickness when Rocket started beating everyone, and they're like, oh, fuck. Is it me next? I really hope the person before me beats them. I don't want to have to deal with this. This sucks ass. No, because everyone roots against you. Once the first guy loses, the second top 100 player gets rooted against by the first one. Like, no, I think you're going to lose.
And yet, what folly this is for this to be the peak that the Bowsers can hope for, is this string of errors, this Rube Goldberg machine that might get them the acknowledgement of a couple panelists who are doing a little fun project. And this is what I wanted to get at, is Bowsers will never feel the sweet, sweet joy of winning the big one. It will not happen. They need to give it up, and they need to give up the character because I'm banning it at the next tournament that I run. And let's move on to our next topic. I had a real... What?
What's the rationale there? I understand.
Bowser's not good for the game. Is there any character worse for the game?
Yeah, probably Falcon.
The ability to play as Bowser has made our society more evil. This is immoral.
I think Falcon has made us more evil.
It's hard to prove it.
We started saying shit like, well, I don't know. I don't think the floaty should be allowed to play the game in this scenario. And I think it's
not a slippery slope. It's not a slippery slope. Bowser is the only one.
Evil. Falcon's more evil.
He's the only one being targeted. It's just Bowser.
It's just Bowser. Right. We don't go anywhere else. It's not Ice Climbers next.
That's right.
It's not Puff next.
I'll defend it to the death every other character in the cast.
But not Bowser.
I will quit if you ban any character but Bowser.
Okay, alternate. I want to mod it so that Bowser can wobble you, but with Koopa Claw. Because if you got hit with Koopa Claw, you should lose a stock. That shouldn't happen to you.
Give Samus a real grab then. Real grab follow-ups.
No, Samus should not have a grab.
Okay.
Samus shouldn't even have the normal grab that she has.
This next one is big. I had a real long conversation with a few top players last week, and something that came out of it was that we gotta stop talking about rankings so much if we want people to not be driven crazy by them. And I actually thought this was a pretty good critique when you look at streams, commentary, this show, everything in between. Our Melee ecosystem is way more concerned about who will get XYZ rank than the same places in the content ecosystem were 10 years ago. I never have heard Bobby Scar once say, oh, if they win this game, they could get top 10, or maybe the Bowser could get top 50. No, eye on the money. Are you winning? Are you losing? What's your soul? So this is my question to you. How do we help the Melee culture exist more in the gift that is the present?
First of all, I may never have heard Scar say that, but I've definitely heard Blur say that.
And he was
You know,
wrong.
and you want to know why? He was right, but for a really fucked up reason. The top players care so much about the rankings that it's driving them nuts.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that care about where they end up on the rankings.
No,
Everyone
but
else is like,
listen to
oh,
how we
cool
talked
Blur.
about it 2 minutes ago. You said, "Oh, can a Bowser get a top 100?" Who the fuck cares? A Bowser could never win. Who cares?
Bowser could win.
A tournament?
Yeah, Bowser could win a tournament.
All right, then let's talk about that. That's what I'm asking for. I'm talking about winning. Okay? None of this, "Oh, what's your head-to-heads?" Let's get back to freaking basics and let the rankings discourse can happen when like the rankings are coming out. But this domination, it is spread throughout the year of us
Well, I've
talking
never
about it.
liked that.
Oh, great. We're on the same page.
Yeah, okay. Personally, I like doing the rankings because I think they're neat. They encapsulate
Yeah.
history. You get to do the blurbs. You get to do all sorts of fun stuff. And you get to say,
Yes.
wow, this person really did have a cool sleeper year. Or, wow, everyone lost to Zane again.
Yes.
Which is good to commemorate. The problem is everyone takes it as this completely dominating thing because they don't know how to talk about stuff. They don't know how to talk about the game. They don't look at the matches. They don't see what Cody is doing. They just want the thing to be mad at because their player didn't win, and they want to stop the steal when we say their favorite player isn't doing well. Like
There's no romance.
There's no romance in it, and the way the nerds talk about it is with romance. They're always like, "Oh, sick run. That was beast. Fire emoji." You know?
That's true. That is the one thing that's very hard to translate unless you are Aaron Sorkin and have 2 hours to talk about the Oakland A's. Is that the nerds are more in love with the runs than many others. But I will say, I think that like, yeah, I still think that I'm more focused on like commentary, to be honest, because when this was brought up to me, I was like, you know what, it is true that this is, we've had so many topics of why does commentary not feel like it used to. And
why? Because Scar is our dad, and our dad went away. It's that simple.
Sure, but like I do think that we've become addicted to certain crutches that we haven't seen the water we're swimming in, and we're allowed to not pollute it. We're allowed to just stop. So this is my question at Full House when I'm there. If somebody breaks up rankings on commentary, do I just start hitting them?
You're going to say PC Chris would beat all of them. You start having some melee GOAT debates. You start talking about some NBA type. Korean DJ was just a more player than these guys. Will would have destroyed the league. I'm sorry. How are you going to look at Wilt and say, with modern drugs, Wilt could not have bench pressed?
You seen that guy on Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends? He's big and red.
He's huge. He should have been hooping. Josh Man should have been hooping because he's tall as hell. I mean, I think commentators, their job is to contextualize, and the rankings are a really big contextualization process, so I don't really fault them on that. But yeah, I mean, it's really just about, like, what drives me nuts is the top players who care very much about them, and it, like, fucks with their year. Just try and win some event. Be top dog that day. And then you're just like...
I think that they are. I think that they're getting there.
Like, I'm number one right now because I whooped all of you.
Yeah, so my belief is I'm trying to meet them in the middle and be like, they are entitled to have an opinion on the content that features them as the stars, and I'm aware that it would be perfect if like everybody was an automaton, or simply if they were paid, the big bucks, then I would be less sympathetic, right? But they aren't.
We want the forbidden knowledge. We want the forbidden knowledge because we know, oh, that was dope, that was crazy, Cody won again. We want to start asking the question: is Cody better than Ken? Is Zane more dominant than Armada?
Or what does
is
it
PC
mean
Chris
Cody
coming
to
back?
Win?
Well, people don't want Cody to win because people really, really want other people to win, and Cody happens to just emerge like the Grim Reaper to stop all of those things.
I'm changing it. I'm making people want Cody to win because
I think Cody plays cool as shit. I think he's dope and he's got a great story. It's just like I didn't understand it until Grands of Nouns.
Here's a problem. If I'm on the couch with Mango and we're watching a Cody set and I try to deliver this propaganda deep from my heart, the negative polarization that is going to occur among Melee fans when Mango goes, "Jack, you have a needle dick and so does Cody."
That's fucked up. No, you gotta fight. You actually have to fight.
I have to fight him. It's
you
the
have
only
to fight him. You gotta actually just take the shirt off and fight Mango. That's the only way.
Okay. I'm not big enough. And he might be stronger than me and better, and he has more It's fighting, but I think he'll respect that I fight for Cody.
What you say is, well, Mango, you're just mad because he stacks paper and rides on 24-inch Z jumps.
Okay, this is good. You feed me lines. I'll bring an earpiece, and I'll do a whole section of the show where it's just you as me. or
By the
me
way,
as you.
Mango folds me. If we fight, Mango folds me. I know this. I'm still gonna do it.
I don't know that he does anymore, dude. You're
Oh no,
friggin' food.
100%. No, he's got that dog. No, it's not about size.
No,
It's not
no.
about.
Look at
He
show
fights
me,
Juan
show
all the
me,
time. Juan's
show
bigger than
me,
me.
show me,
Show me
your
what?
muscles.
No,
Show me your big muscles.
I will not be doing this. Thank you, Duke Vitro.
Show me, baby.
Thank you, Duke Vitro.
Okay, whatever. Let's move on
Yeah.
to our next topic. Nouns Bowl was won by Cody Schwab in a grand finals. Josh Mann, who had destroyed him on winner's side. Is Cody the indefeated? Oh shit! Why did I put this word? Is Cody?
You always put this word in. You almost always
Indefatigable.
say the slur. You almost always say the slur.
Is what? Is Cody the indefatigable
Stop saying it.
Schwab back? Did he ever leave? And when does Joshua get his?
I'm so mad, man. I'm so mad. I mean, we watched Josh Man 3-0 J-Book. We watched him 3-0 Cody. We watched him. Was it Moki and Aklo? I'm trying to remember this back in my brain. It's fucked. And then just beats Ice Climbers now. Beats Ice
Yeah.
Climbers, learns from this. Fantastic. He was waiting for Junebug. I knew he had Junebug.
Yeah.
Basically, after Josh Man lost to OKP in an unbelievable upset. I mean,
And
OKP
Josh is
really
coming
crushed it.
in from being a winner. He's got the crown
Right.
on his head. It's a
That
crown
was
of
it. Yeah,
thorns
lost a set
from
since
Smash
then.
Camp.
Yeah, Aklo, Cody, J-Mook, and then Nikki, which is crazy because Nikki is like probably the 5th best player in the world or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, I thought Joshy fucking had it. I thought Joshy did not play that good in Grands, and that's just the nature of Grands. I mean, you're playing the best players in the world in the hardest stakes imaginable. But oh my god, I was inconsolable after that game 5.
Hmm.
And it was just Cody did the top player professional thing, which is get your reversals, fight for every single thing you can humanly do, notice that Josh isn't covering ledge, take ledge, and just make Josh earn a major victory at every spot. And it's going to be really, really sweet when Josh does it. Zane is a question, but Zane is always a question, right?
Yeah.
There's no one else in the world that Joshy can't beat because Joshy honestly decimated the entirety of the field. I mean,
Is it
everyone
time for
who's kind of
Sheik
weird.
against Zane?
No. No, I don't.
Marth Ditto?
I don't know. Mr. Electric. It's not Mr. Electric, but it is Mr. Electric, but it's not Mr. Electric.
I think Falcon is much worse than Marth Ditto or Sheik into.
I don't
Zane's
think he's
Marth.
beating him in a Marth Ditto. I think that would have to be like a generational grind on that character because he truly. I don't think he fucks with any of those other characters enough to beat Zane with them, to be honest.
Hmm.
And I don't mean like plays with them enough. You have to connect with them at a spiritual level. You have to do what PP did.
No.
And bring the
Marth
Marth out
Ditto is you
over
put on
and
your
over again.
clown
and
shoes,
lose.
you put on your clown nose.
Right, and you'll guess. Maybe you'll win, but you probably won't. Probably not. Like, if Kadorn isn't beating Zane in these Dittos, I don't think Joshy's going to do it. As much as I love all of Joshy's characters, I just...
at bats.
No, I mean, look, if
Christian
Cody
used to
can
get
beat...
so close. Asify has gotten close.
That's because Asify is the GOAT. Because Asify plays Marth all the time. No, I mean, if Cody can beat Zane, Josh can beat Zane.
Okay.
That's how you have to approach it as a Fox main, right? There's no world where you have to just say Cody Schwab's got it in that matchup, and I
think
never
Cody
will.
became enlightened at Summit 11, and it's really hard to replicate that. He saw Mango win on FD twice against Peak Zane.
With no punish game, and he's like, all right, well, I'm going to have a punish game, and I'm going to edge guard, and I got hose, and I got my controller doing crazy
and something
shit.
in Cody's mentality, you could see it on the camera. If you go back and watch what
His
Cody's
eyes are like,
faces,
yeah, he's thousand-eyed stared at that.
He literally is becoming enlightened to like what Melee can be for him, and then he goes and becomes the thing he saw in the vision that day. And I don't think any other Fox player, maybe in the history of Melee, besides Mango, has felt that. And like had the illusion pulled over their eyes and then delivered.
I think there have been a few, honestly. I think there are some Foxes that grew up in the Mewtwo King zone, and their brains just broke, and they're like, all right, I can beat this guy. Like Silent Wolf,
But they
Cobalt.
didn't.
No, Silent Wolf and Cold beat him a bunch.
But not enough to become the best in the world.
Oh, like at the best of the world, that's a different story.
That's what I'm
Fiction,
saying. Is
fiction
that
always had him.
Cody's journey to becoming a winner of so many tournaments and becoming like the indefatigable
Right.
begins in that realm, in my view.
Well, you're asking if there's ever going to be another Cody Schwab.
That's what I'm saying. What does Josh Man need to become enlightened?
I think it's going to click, man. I think he's so
Okay.
close.
Okay.
I think he gets there. No, I mean, and then the other thing is that it's crazy that Nikki is once again like I thought it was an upset when he only got third. Moff's run was insane. And
Yeah.
Moff was doing things that made everyone call ice climbers cheating again. I can't wait until people start SDIing some of that stuff with the dash
Yeah.
attack that brings you back in. But yeah, I think we got to unban wobbling. I think we
It's
got
time.
really. It's time. Everyone's too stupid. I keep
5 years
hearing.
on, or what is it? 7 years on, 7 years off.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and you know, if you're gonna talk, are we gonna talk about Moff after this? I see I see something in the
No,
screen. So
I forgot.
all right. Yeah, I
Moff
mean, look,
had a great time. Moff is doing awesome stuff.
if enough people are saying it's just like wobbling,
Oh, we are
I
going to
want
talk about Moff.
wobbling back.
We are going to talk about Moff.
Oh,
So never mind.
we'll go back. Yeah, I mean, it was the most stunning thing about the Joshi run is that it didn't even seem like it was in question that Josh could win a major.
Yeah, okay. We gotta move on because I just realized I really like the Chiron for this next one.
Okay, go ahead.
Never Melee took place last weekend at the house from the American Football album cover. Moff won singles and doubles with coffee, and everyone who attended it said it was a transcendent experience. And with 97 attendees, this is another event in modern Melee that is recreating the vibes of pre-Doc Melee, in my view. As Nintendo comes knocking on the doors of big events more and more often, are events like Never Melee our way out?
Yeah, so I'm going to play a little inside baseball here. My prediction for the Melee scene is that Nintendo is going to hoe us viciously and horrifically in ways that people would never even think. Just
Nah.
absolutely stupid, ridiculous shit. And I mean, you know, plenty of people have dealt with Nintendo and like they'll call you up and agree to something. And they'll agree to something, and then they'll agree to something. And then 3 days before your tournament, they'll be like, I never agreed to any of that. Why do you have the sponsor? Now it's time to shut everything down. I think we're in a degrowth era, and it's, as usual, three-body problem-esque. We have the Sophons coming in that just say, you are not developing any new technology. You are not growing. We are going to shut down any attempt you have to grow as a scene. And so, yeah, like all of our tournaments are going to be this.
Is that so bad?
No, I think it's dope. I think it's great. I have never advocated trying to make a living off of this game. But if you are trying to make a living off this game and you are not, say, friends with Ludwig for a good reason, or
making dope videos.
Making dope videos is great. Having a dope
We love
stream.
dope videos. We love dope.
Yeah, it's gonna get very grassroots. And so
Okay.
it's cool to know that we're already ready to do this sort of thing. Moff is extremely powerful. I feel like what a lot of people didn't know about Moff is that like half the time I would see her in an event, she'd be like, "Yeah, I was just throwing up, or I had some like horrific issue or some concussion-like symptom," and she was still like a top 40 player.
Yeah.
While competing in those scenarios, and now it feels like something has clicked, and she's actualized
People
a
aren't
little bit.
DIing chain grubs.
Okay, Mango not DIing down throw down air is the American classic, and
That is true, and that's
I
his
also
goddamn
agree.
right.
You should refuse to do it.
Yeah,
It's
you
hard
should just
and
complain
it's
about ice climbers until the TOs do something about it, and
Mango never did. You know, that was the most fucked
That's
up
actually
part.
true. He always was honest about whose fault it was.
He's like, I suck. This is awful.
He's like, I won
No,
Evo 2013 steamrolling ice climbers. I know how to do it. I choose not to.
he took all those ass beatings to wobbling Chudat, wobbling Army. After beating the ice climbers for years and years and years and years, we don't ban wobbling. Plup lose one time, Axe lose one time. Very sad.
We don't need to
Someone
relitigate.
please fix. Please fix. We need to bring wobbling back.
You're right. It is the only fair thing, but
for 3 months.
We have to be like Andor. We have to be like underground and begin the rebellion with like a network series of ice climbers.
No. This is a false flag that I'm doing. I just need everyone to remember what wobbling actually is. I want. It's not good enough.
In the ISB.
Right. It's not good enough that the 14-year-old who's absolutely cracked and as a dad who loves the FGC and, like actually grinds these punishes and tries his hardest to improve, that person is getting top 16 at the SoCal Arcadian. It's annoying people, but it's really cool. No, I want someone who picked up the game 5 days ago, can mash the A button to Nelly's Ride by Me, and I want him to beat 3 top 30 players.
Seems fair to me. Let's move on to our
We got to
next
bring it
topic.
back.
The proposed controller rule set, adopted by Nouns Events, which nerfs digital controllers with compliant firmware, has been rejected by Chicago's unranked tournament. Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm saying this right now. It's a mistake. Bring your most fucked up controller that you can imagine to this Arcadian. Okay, now I see it. Now I see the vision. That's genius. Arcadians are meant to be absolute slugfests. They're supposed to be miserable fights between people who you say, you have no business being here, but then you also probably don't have any business being there. It's like getting stuck in traffic and complaining that a bunch of other cars are there as a top 80 skill player losing to another top 80 skill player who also has a controller that can suck them off mid-match. Both of you are the problem. You're both there. And so I think we should have a complete free-for-all at the unranked tournament.
Oh, Stude wants to talk to you. Hey, Stude,
All right,
unmute. What do you want to
Stude, help
say?
me out here.
So
What's up, Stude?
I think it's crazy that we're leaving the young folk up to the goomers and the boxers. I firmly believe that we should be having a nice, honest, fun time on perhaps a Spark OEM or maybe a compliant fob. Maybe
Even
the
Spark
rare.
doesn't play on a Spark OEM.
That's true.
He's all
that's true.
business.
I saw Spark
res-
injecting Trent at Smash Camp.
Hey, I mean, I respect it, honestly.
Real.
When I see Spark's trapezoids next, my man's gonna look fucking massive. But I just gotta say, I disagree, Chrome. The Wild Wild West, that was a terrible movie, and I'd hate to see it implemented in unranked. I'm out.
I have never seen Wild Wild West. Is it similar to Men in Black?
There's Will Smith. That's about it.
Oh man.
There you go. Straight from Stude's mouth. Something that you're wrong about, So I guess I
Yeah.
gotta take points and give him the Stude.
Stu did do well at the PNW Arcadian, and he
He did
does
well at Full
compete.
Bloom. Well,
He is-
maybe he
yeah,
didn't,
he
but
did well
he
at
lost
Full
on
Bloom.
stream, but he looked good.
He looked good. What else do you really want at the end of the day? No,
That's what
the
I'm
way you
saying.
want to go out at a tournament is you want to lose, but you want to look good and say maybe I could have won. If you win too many sets, you play the real fucked up match, and then everyone's like, "What are you doing? Can this person hold a controller?" As Plup 8 stocks you.
Yeah. 1 second. I gotta ask you to do something real quick. Are you ready?
Yeah, right.
All right. We're gonna be quiet for like 5 seconds.
All right.
All right. I was just kind of getting sick of hearing your voice, and I needed like a refresh to happen.
You can mute me. What are you doing, Jack? You've been
I
hosting
wanted to
the
see if
show
you'd
for
do it
48
voluntarily.
episodes.
I wanted to see if you'd consent.
I thought there was
Let's
some
move on to our next
issue.
topic. Nouns Invitational Tokyo
Fuck.
2025 has been announced. It will be the first invitational of its caliber for Melee ever in Japan, featuring Zane, Moki, Mango, and some invites from Tip Top 16 and a few other events. Nikki and Josh Man both qualified at Nouns Bowl. Chroma, I want to visit Tokyo, man. I want to go. How do I get in? How do I trick him into letting old Jackman in?
Like, are you talking about nouns or like the Japanese border patrol?
I think I can convince them with my extensive knowledge of their zoning laws that I deserve to be there from that perspective, but I don't know that I can convince them that I have money without nouns.
I need to be clear, don't bring weed. They do not fuck around with that.
I'm not
They
bringing weed.
hate
I
that
never
shit.
bring weed.
Across the border,
in
you will
fact-
literally go to jail for like 10 years.
In fact, to Immigration and Customs Enforcement watching this episode, I've never smoked weed in my life of any kind. Ever.
I love the president and I guess the police, but except when they stopped those rioters. That was bad and woke.
Yes.
Right. And but I don't like the government. I don't want the
How do
government.
I get in?
Yeah, how do you get in? Gee. What anime have you seen?
Most of Cowboy Bebop.
That's pretty good.
Most Ghibli movies.
Okay, Ghibli is helpful. Ludwig
What anime
made his
have
way
I seen?
across Japan
What
with
anime-
only.
I'm gonna Google it real quick. What anime have I seen?
Yeah. Grok, what have I seen? What experiences have I had on this earth?
Siri, what my
Uh,
schedule? Siri, what
Why
my
I
schedule?
lonely? Why am I sad? I honestly don't think a lot of the Smashers make it there, and I don't think a lot of them make it home. Ludwig knows a degree more Japanese than them, and he
I've watched
tried
many
to.
Godzilla films.
That's actually pretty good. You ever notice? Now everyone's talked about this all the time. Blah blah blah. Your radiation is good in America and bad in Japan because of the atomic bombs, and the Shinto era restoration of existing with society. Go Mothra.
I think the way that I get to this event is I need to become a sort of Herculean mammoth cultural force in Melee by. It can't be December, right? Because that's when it is. So how early do they buy their flights? Maybe 2
Hold
months
on.
before?
Give me a second. I'm gonna hook this up for you in chat.
Yeah, so November, October. So around by October 1st, I need to be the most powerful person in Melee. Or for Mango to say that he won't go unless I go.
I really don't think most of the players make it home.
Don't say that.
Ludwig thought there was a mystical island called Miyazaki, and he knows
Yeah, he
so much
wasn't
more
allowed to
about
look at a
Japan.
map. If you
He
didn't have a
really-
map, you'd be making up islands too. And
I
that's
really
human
do think the
history.
map would help. I don't think he's literate.
I need to get the Fujifilm X100 VI, and they only have them in Japan.
That's actually a really good point. I feel like
And I
Japan.
don't know if I can. What happens if I declare it? Then do I have to pay the tariff?
I feel like
Or-
Japan fucks with white boys. Yeah, I don't know how tariffs work. If I don't tell the government, do I still have to pay the government?
Oh, it's so hard. Do they measure how
Yeah.
much I weigh before and after? I
Like,
bulk
you can
before I
lie.
go in, and then I lose
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
weight
yeah,
of the
yeah.
camera.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get you on Mass Gainer right now. So I messaged the only way you have into Japan, which is Dark Gen X. If he has some extra spot on some first class flight, I think that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Your
if I
other
have to compete
option,
or like be good at melee, it's over. Because there's also like the ADHD med shortage, and so the first Falco I run into is gonna take it.
right? He's gonna cook you. It used to be that you could say, "Oh, these commentators suck in melee. Maybe we could play melee." Now I'm watching Mono take games off Zane and Junebug. I don't
Dude,
know.
I messaged Mono after. I was like, "Now's the time. You got to make a commentary reel, send it to all the tournaments, and include you
just-
beating Zane as the
It's
first."
just gameplay. It's just gameplay. Dude's
That's
doing
really
well
good.
too. So one thing I want to say, I think Zane was gonna lose regardless of the Bowser before top 8 and Nouns Bowl. That bracket was fucked because who
You're
was it after
crazy.
Junebug?
You're
It was
crazy.
Nikki.
He's
not
had
beating Nikki.
He's had worse brackets and come out.
It was Nikki into Aklo, and Aklo on crypto home field. Though Aklo on crypto home field did get folded by the Roy.
Yep.
So that's also complicated. But it was a cold venue. Apparently it was freezing. Does that help Zane? He's got the pillow. I don't know how that
Verify
works. Yeah, what is your plan to get in? I really think you have to pretend to be a translator. You have to speak very convincing fake Japanese
I can do
and
that.
lie to Ohan
Hope will teach me.
and say that you'll be Mango's translator as you walk around Japan.
Okay, we can do that.
That's your best shot. Otherwise, you're fucked.
All right, let's move on to our next topic.
Oh, I forgot to say Dark Gen X is just beating Slug now. He's just getting top 24 at majors.
A lot of people are pretty good at melee right now.
Not me. Not me.
Not you? I
Nope.
can't tell if I'm good. I think I'm bad. I think I'm bad in a way that allows me to beat Mar, but nobody else.
You're right in that Mar W.
It's obviously much weaker than like Slime's actual win in bracket over Graves, but if you one and done me, you have to face the consequence.
Yeah, I got a question, Jack. Not to get too PC on you, but like, did John Mayer he get Me Too'd? Whatever happened to him?
The singer songwriter,
Yeah, they ever get him? He seemed to have been doing some stuff.
the podcaster.
John Mayer, yeah, John Mayer, and he.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about this, honestly. I thought he was
Yeah.
just a known creep who stole Taylor Swift's what do you call it? The neck thing that keeps you warm, scarf.
That's complicated. She was.
That's not his fault.
No, I don't
Or is
think
it the other
that's.
sociopath actor?
Oh man, there are
One
a
second,
lot.
let me check. Lily.
Shout outs John Mayer. I liked he had a pilot. John Mayer has a TV show. It was really, really, really self-referential.
Jake.
And so
Jake
I liked it a lot.
Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, holy shit, my computer
The
just
UFC fighter Jake Gyllenhaal?
went. 1 second, Mike.
Oh good. No more Jack talking. Time for me to take over the show. Chat, what are we gonna do? Chat, pull up boobs.
Hi,
Let's see what
producer
we got
Mike,
going on
Eakin,
here.
Producer here. I'm cutting into
Yeah.
the feed. Jack is frozen, gone.
Jack's just fucked. All right,
I don't
JD,
know
you
what
want to
happened
run
to
some
him.
shit? JD, I feel like we never get to talk about how you hold this all together. I think we messaged you earlier today. Like we
Oh,
have
he's
we have a
actually
show.
gone.
We're gonna do it.
Thank
That's
you.
beast.
I mean,
All right. JD, you want to host the show?
I don't know what the next topic is.
That's okay. What you do is you're gonna find that arrow up button on the points, and you're just gonna let that
Hey,
tick up. We're gonna,
true.
like a morphine drip. We're just gonna, and once I'm in power, you're gonna have more rights. We're gonna pay you perhaps. Jess Danger asks Jake, do you think we're gonna be friends forever? I don't think we're friends now, Jess. To be told to keep it 100,000. Don't show Nikki this clip. She will be very mad at me. Don't do that. That'll be sad. What do you think, JD?
I'm gonna move on. Well, there was the
Yeah.
funny Blue Rose Tory tweet about the Red
yeah.
Bull fridge. She saw it at an event and said, "Oh, it's just like the tournament." I'm not gonna bring up what happened to Jess
that's
Danger
brand
the night
awareness.
of Genesis at a certain gaming bar.
Yeah,
Let's
but I
just say
steal
she's
Red
not
Bull all
allowed
the
to enter the
time.
premises.
Yeah, I mean, she's not coming back. I mean, I mean, that's the most commentary thing she's ever done. Steal a bunch of Red Bull. I mean, that's a classic move.
Well, no, she's right. She didn't actually do anything, but that doesn't
Oh,
matter.
she failed. She did not.
She failed
secure the
and
badge.
still lost.
Oh, that's fucked. That's no good. All right, Justin. Justin, what's going on with you? Yeah. Production. Can we get another 55 points up on the board for good old Chrome?
I wish I
Just a
could.
good old
The points are on
country
his
boy.
end, actually. If
Points
I
are
tried
on
to
his
do it,
end?
it would
No.
reset.
It would reset. Well, we can reset it, and we can add 100. Is what we can
Ah,
do. Yeah, we could just go
here's,
right
where
back
you
from the
at
start.
now?
And if you clear them, we're gonna lie to Jack about how many points I have, because I
Oh,
can
I
have
have
more
to-
points than even he knows. Yeah. Now we're
Does this
talking,
work?
Now we're
Does
talking.
this
Now we're
work?
talking. Now we're talking. Yeah. Bring that up.
Let me
Let's get us up to 420. It's not even making a question.
There you go. How's that?
Yeah, let's get this going. Let's get this going.
Yeah. I'll put you there
All
for
right.
Ah!
Yeah, 80. That's about right. All right. Well, we were just talking about tariffs and various land value policies. I gotta say, JD was a little bit a little stingy with the points.
Have I lost control of the points?
Yeah, Jack, can we get another 50,000 points on the board?
Yeah, it seems like you have quite a few. I think I've been overridden. Apparently now when I sit down on my desk too hard, something jostles in this room and the whole
You're
computer
huge
crashes.
now. That's how you know the bulk's going well, man.
That's
When
how
your
you know how
electronics
huge
refuse
I
to
am.
work. Yeah,
Yeah. Or Jake Gyllenhaal is on me and he knows what he did.
that's not good. He was in Donnie Darko. He's in a lot of movies. I haven't seen
Yeah.
any of them. I haven't seen
All
a
right,
single Jake Gyllenhaal movie.
Okay, well, that's between you and God. Let's see where we are in the topics. Ginger is back, and I take back anything negative I ever said about him. I watched like 4 hours of a Ginger stream, and I'm ready to enlist. Who else do you expect to unretire in the coming years?
Okay, I will say this. I've had my many Ginger beefs. You basically mostly coming from the fact that there are two trains. There's the fiction train, and there's the Ginger train. And really, they do combine together. They both just spit facts all the time, and if you dislike them, it's a little abrasive. It's not exactly what you would like to see. A lot of miscommunications on social media, perhaps vast overestimations of their skill. But honestly, Ginger just cooks. Ginger is just 100% like I believe what I am saying, and I'm sharing it with you. I asked him who
Is it time for Ginger to become a Fourside fighter?
Honestly, he'd be really good on it. Ackle would also be really good on it. I think I asked a question like, Ginger, who's the best player in friendlies you've ever played or something like that? And he's like, yeah, it's me. I showed up to Summit. I was cooking everyone. I was dogging them. I was beating Mewtwo King so bad he kept picking FD over and over and over again. And then he added, and then I went 0-3 at the tournament.
That's awesome. You know what? Actually, that's enough to make me go full circle. Sign me up. Who else is gonna
Yeah.
unretire though?
Oh, it's PC Chris. PC Chris coming back. I'll tell you that right now. I've been talking to
Okay.
him. He's been like, Chrome, I'm ready. People got to know. I just need another $1,200 for a computer. And honestly, I'm down. He's
Yeah.
not even telling me he's going to coach me. It's fine. I don't have to hit any HelloFresh. I just send him the money. It's a very simple system. And I think more people should maybe think about it. He
The
was at
rumors that he
Genesis.
was at Genesis. Did you
He
know
was
this?
at Genesis. I saw him beating Armada in friendlies.
That was Armada wasn't there this year.
Yeah, he was.
Or
He was
was
there
he?
too. Yeah. That's what he wants you to think.
All right.
Yeah, because he
I
doesn't want
guess
to
you
commentate
can
doubles
move on.
commentary.
You're unable to take this one sincerely.
I am.
Uh,
PC Chris is coming back.
Hey, whatever.
Oh.
I'm honestly sick of this shit. Full House is coming up, not this weekend, but next. It's an invitational event with no relation to the San Francisco-based sitcom from the 90s starring Bob Saget, rest in peace. And instead will be in the Pocono Mountains, or Pocono, excuse me.
Pocono? That's what the fuck. Oh my fucking god. That is the worst shit. Skip this question. That is
No.
Go home.
I haven't even gotten to the punchline that I wrote. All right, it'll be in the Pocono Mountains, featuring Zane, Hungry Box, Jmook, Cody, Moki, Mango, Triff, and many other extremely talented gamers like Crudo, Aura, Joshman, Aklo, Salt, and some more gamers like Axe, Nun, Sunsei, and Junebug.
Wow.
It will also feature amazing commentators like me. I have never commentated an invitational before, Chroma. BTS went under right as I had a lot of inside.
Everyone thinks they were next up for Summit. It is crazy. Every single one of them when BTS Smash went down, they're like, man, I was so close to casting.
I was 3 summits away.
I feel like it was there for me.
I was 3 summits away.
We were 16 summits away. I saw the list. We're so far down.
Fourside Fights was gonna blow up, and then they would have wanted Fourside Fights live at the summit, and that's how I would have done.
They would not have wanted Fourside Fights live at the summit.
Mm-hmm.
The only way we make it through is if they do a Jeopardy themed summit.
Yeah. And they need a kind of
kind of an asshole host.
Yeah, they need a loquacious white boy who knows how to keep the players in line.
Loquacious, okay.
Let's
Let's give you a couple points for that. I like loquacious.
Yeah.
I've never commentated an invitational before.
Wait. First of all, hold on. Chad has alerted me to something. When is this tournament?
Next, not this weekend, but next.
I got a Yankee game.
I sit at the top of the freaking thing. What is the strategy you'd suggest to me in my foray into couch commentary at an invitational?
Honestly, Jack, I don't think you're ready for it. I think you're gonna scare the host. You need someone to come by and help out. You're gonna need Papa Chrome to roll up in the Poconos, and that's the Poconos. Like, where in the Poconos though? Like,
I'm 29.
I'm not gonna do it.
I don't need Papa Chroma.
You're not even 30. How are you gonna rent a car, Jack? They raised the rates.
I'm about to be 30. Can you believe it?
Wait, so you're coming out here to my turf. You're not even gonna say hi. You're not gonna give me a little smooch. You're not gonna get mauled by my cat who's like roaming around down there somewhere.
I got a tight schedule on travel day.
That's fucked up.
I'm going right from Newark into the carpool.
You're gonna be in fucking Newark. Are you kidding? Okay, here's what you're gonna do. When do you land? Friday?
Thursday at 2. And then I go immediately into the Uber and then immediately into the carpool.
No, you're gonna come over to New York City and you're gonna hang out with me. You're gonna hang out with Horse You Can Drive. Is Dark Janux commentating this tournament?
Yeah.
Quisling. Fuck, I really shouldn't have bullied these guys so much. I at every point said I was pretty sure the Lucky Sevens guys or whoever's running this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said
don't know. They probably don't even know you exist. You're at a ghost in the
machine
these
no,
days.
no. I bullied them in the Melee Stats Discord. I said, call me back with
not
my money.
Why. They had picked people out before.
I said crypto bullshit. I said you guys don't got no.
No.
And I said I don't know how much
the TOs know me.
I'm asking for. I know how much it's gonna weigh when you pay me.
No, I'm in because it's run by Diego and frickin' Austin. That's the only reason I'm in.
How are Diego and Austin running it in the Poconos?
Well, because they're in Indiana.
And what is their contact information, and how much are you getting paid, so that I can multiply that number
getting paid
by 0.75, and then also, I don't even need to be flown out. I mean, this is crazy, and you're not even coming to say hi.
You done?
And you're asking you come to my house on Fat Cock Thursday, and you ask me how you're gonna hang out. Hey. How am I going to have fun at a tournament in a house with a bunch of people who are interested in hearing what I'm saying? And, a bunch of my friends who are there and top players I have relationships with, and I can ask them about things and all sorts of fun jokes and cool things that I can do, and a neat beard that kind of lends itself to being in the wilderness.
You saying I got a neat beard?
Yeah, Jack, I'm saying you got a neat-ass beard. You look like you're ready to put flannel. You get some flannel out there. You start talking like you're in the Poconos, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, how does that sound? You go ahead and give me a little demo.
Okay, it's either really racist, like what you have to remember is that the 2 states that voted against Abraham Lincoln in the 1864 election were Kentucky and New Jersey, so bring some of that in if it's Jersey. Otherwise, you want to go Jewish sleepaway camp. Poconos was a great retreat.
Let's let him see how long it takes until he realizes Okay, you're
I
back.
can't tell if you mute me.
You can look at
Did you mute me?
the server, right? It doesn't show you?
No, I said some racist stuff too. I mean, you're gonna have to cut that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on. Oh, last topic. Chroma time. What do you want to talk about?
All right. Man, what do I want to actually talk about? This is complicated. I don't really know. I don't know what I'm allowed. I mean, there are a lot of things that I would like to say that I shouldn't say, that they don't want me to say. Gee, what do you
It
want
could
to
just
talk
be
about,
any
Jack?
topic, and then I can give my opinions, and you can give yours.
Like a whole conversation is what you're talking about. Do you think this episode would have been better if Mikey were somehow involved in this as some sort of like Satan for the prosecutor?
It would have. I mean, it would have been more like a trial, but honestly,
Like, do
no.
you think
I really wanted to see what it was like to have just one person. Maybe we do more episodes where it's just one person.
I think there is something kind of neat about the one person format. I also, and this is really a very controversial take I have. I don't think anyone cares about the Fourside fight at the end.
They're wrong. That's wrong. It's not about it being so. It's not about whether they care about it. It's like
We have no legitimacy, Jack. The
it's like
melee being
pressing.
played
You know the
doesn't add
numbers
legitimacy.
in Lost.
Yeah.
You have to put in the numbers.
You have
It's
to put
not
in the numbers.
about if it's nice to put in the numbers or if it's not. Every show that doesn't tie itself to the physical reality of playing the game loses itself into the wilderness of punditry. The fight at the end is our tether as we go exploring in the underwater mines of punditry. And if we don't have a way back up, we will get the bends.
I really think it's cowardice, to be honest. I really think it's absolute cowardice. Because what we are doing is yapping. I mean, we're yapping, and no
Rohan
amount
has
of
made us an offer,
melee sheen.
Chroma.
Wait, what do you say? What do you say? The
The
Fourside
Fourside fight
counts
now
for nouns,
counts
right?
for the nouns rank. Now this is interesting.
Okay. I actually want to have
Now
some
this is
conversations about
interesting.
nouns rank. I want to have some conversations about nouns rank. Ohan,
You
I
could
think
do it when Ohan is on
promising
the
those top
episode.
players. You're promising those
Don't
top
make
players
him defend
happiness.
himself in Twitch chat.
No. I'll skip to that. I think you got to make this Mickey Mouse. That's the only way you heal us all. You got to make this so Mickey Mouse that we just stop really thinking about rankings and we just get back to
Yeah.
who's the biggest dog right now.
Me and Ohan have talked about having somebody take a fall, like some top players take a fall against a box player, and if you really want it to get banned, you need like a tournament that Walt can make a video about and be like how this one controller beat all the top dogs of Melee.
I thought that's what they were doing in doubles, where they just keep letting Zuppy win.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta say they tried losing to Pip. The problem is we all liked Pip.
Yeah.
Then Mango absolutely took a beating against Zuppy, and everyone was just like, well, I don't know, that's Mango. There's no loss that Mango can take that's that surprising. It actually has to be Zane.
It has to be Zane.
Zane has to lose to a Fox player on Fox.
And they have to do fucked up shit. It can't look like other Foxes.
It's got to be Dark Hero. I think Dark Hero's got to do some wild shit.
Hero, yeah. And the Marth Ditto?
I think we put Fitzy on a completely unnerfed rectangle, and that white girl cooks, I gotta say. Oh, yeah, what do I want to talk about? I went to the stock exchange. I went to a local last week. It was really nice. It was nice seeing people in person and just saying insane shit to people and just having a good time. Like, did you know Horse is older than me?
I did not know that. I knew that Horse had a maturity and a presence that felt old to me, but I thought that he was just like had mad self-respect, and that's
I thought that was just aura.
Yeah.
Which it still is, I gotta say.
Oh, you're the same age. Okay.
We're the same age. Yeah, I respect that. That's fair.
Yeah.
What else do I want to talk about? The bench has been going crazy, I gotta say.
Yeah.
The bench has been going fucked up for no reason. Like, I think I could bench 275.
I got a 10 right here.
You got a 10? That's pretty good.
I have it under the desk so that I can lift my feet up so that when the cat is sitting on my lap, it's nice and flat.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a nice thing. I also got squat shoes that kind of lift my heels up a little bit, so I'm a little taller around the office and I get more respect.
I do.
Also, they help me with squats.
I just run these. Isn't that what you told me to run?
Yeah, so I'm actually, because my dorsiflex is so shit in my knees and my quad activation changes, yeah, I'm actually on squat shoes right now, and I really like them. I hit 315 for 5 sets of 5, and that was a grind, but I feel like I'm ready to take a run of 405 again. I think a big problem that I've had often when actually pursuing any hobby is just failure is a really tough thing.
Yeah.
Like I missed 405, and I used to get like mad at the concept of missing that sort of thing, but I just got so bummed and I was so exhausted afterwards that I really didn't want to get back on it. And I think just the will to get back and keep practicing and keep doing the thing and just love the process and trust in it is a very difficult thing. But that's something I'm trying to work on in 2025, I would say. Otherwise, like as a person spiritually, I'm trying to get worse. I'm trying to get a lot worse. I'm trying to get evil. I've decided that you know, it's time. It's time to let these busters know. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. I think that you've made a very strong decision to mostly stay off social media, and so whatever evil you're
That's
planning
different.
on,
It's not that's not a good or
that's where
evil
evil
alignment.
lives. I don't know how
Actually,
you can actually commit to spiritual evilness to just people in your like immediate vicinity, and
well,
you know
otherwise, what's the point? I mean, it's so easy to log on to Twitter and say some stupid shit. No, I just
that's
think Twitter's
fair.
dumb.
Okay, I
And I
agree.
think I think the algorithm's been poisoned for a while. I mean, I do like the idea of Blue Sky, like just as a place to like, hey, here's some
It's okay.
important stuff that's happening in the scene. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have the heat because the whole point of Twitter was to beat the shit out of people online.
Yeah,
That's what people really wanted to see. They wanted the savagery, and I think it's bad for people.
I have stopped playing League, and I've stopped being on Twitter, and I'm finding myself being like, damn, I'm really looking forward to reading this book, and
I think League is a
it's
lot healthier
freeing.
than Twitter. Oh,
Yeah.
what are you reading? What are you reading?
Exhalation by Ted Chiang.
Oh, you're a Ted Chan guy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
every story makes me
Story of your
cry.
life.
Yeah, stories of your life and others.
Stories
Uh,
of your life.
but there's one in it about how we should be nicer to parrots. There's one about how free will is not real, and they're all very good. I would highly recommend it.
I
You ready
got
for the
really into Sam
tiebreaker?
Chris's. Not yet. I got really into some Substacks, but not like the race sciencey ones. So that's been fun. But yeah, everyone at Substack has what I
One
want to
friend.
call like honor kid syndrome,
Yeah, I agree.
like enrichment kid syndrome. They're just, they're really. I want to open up a credit card. What do you recommend? Honestly, that's a good question. I am not like a credit card maximizer person. A lot of smashers are. Tafo is really good about that.
I'm a credit card maximizer, and it has made my life really hard.
No, no. You're not an optimizer.
So
I'm
I'm
gonna pay
trying to
everything on the
minimize my credit
card.
cards after a decade of financial mistakes. So
You
if you
see it and you
wanna,
swipe it. That's very different than the games that are
no,
being
I
played
don't
around
see it and I
optimization.
swipe it. No, no, no. I just listen. Uh,
Man, your Aper's crazy, dude.
my Aper,
Yeah, worry about your Aper.
it's bad. There's no way
Yeah.
out but through. That's what I'm
My
saying.
my Aper ruinous.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy. In like 3 years, if I can make it through the next 3 years, or like even get a raise, or like my girlfriend gets a raise, and we pay down this shit even faster, and like we get
Yeah.
ahead of it, dude, I'm gonna have enough money to just run tournaments myself. Like I could save for a couple years. I'm making good money. I'm just mired in debt. And so it's just like the only way out is through.
That is always true. That is always true. If you can manage to refinance that shit, but it's gonna be tough. Credit's about to go weird. Ohan asks, Chroma, where should we hold our invitational next year? Honestly, Jersey Shore. Actually, it's such a horrible place to put an invitational. It's so expensive. The venues are probably nuts. I do think Philly. Philly's actually your best shot. Philly's really affordable. It's very easy to get to. Philly's the big one, honestly. Dark Janix wants to have it in Macau. We're not holding it in Macau.
What about on a boat? What
On
about
a
a
boat, yeah.
train? We keep talking about this train shit. Get
do
me in
talk
the
about the train
DMs.
shit.
I want in.
Yeah.
Listen, I would here. Actually, give me something real.
We
I'll
need to
give you
get
something
into open ocean.
any I
We
would
need to get
rather go to
outside of
any train
Wallace.
tournament than Tokyo. Okay? So if you're like, what do I like any day of the week. Any day
Yeah.
of the week. Juan beat us all to it. No, he didn't. Juan just talked
Why
about
Juan's
it.
not doing shit.
Let me
Juan's not
tell you
doing shit
something.
at all.
Let me tell you something. Ideas are cheap, execution is expensive. Unless Juan is putting up dollars and Team Liquid has already got like the situation set up.
Touchdown
There's
Juan
always
talks a
hope.
big game.
Yeah, you haven't seen the DMs I've seen. I've
There's
seen
been
some
DM
DMs.
for
I think
years,
I think
man.
Big
For
Dog
years.
talks. I think Big Dog loves to talk, and he loves to say that Team Liquid is behind him, and then Team Liquid doesn't get their Saudi money, and maybe they don't have the invitational on the train.
No, you know what it is? He's Rob Lowe from Parks and Rec, where he's like, I'd love to do that. Ben Wyatt, can we do that? And Ben's like, absolutely fucking not. We're not doing that shit. He's like, sorry, nothing we can do. And
Yeah,
that's an ideas,
I'll
man.
believe it when I see the announcement. That's how
Yeah.
I feel. Let's move on to our tiebreaker though, Chroma.
Let's
You're
go
at
with the
8
tiebreaker.
points shy of what you self-declared as your bar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you can easily make them back here, but you gotta
I'll
be,
make it.
you gotta hit it.
I think it's over.
The next episode of Fourside Fights will be episode 50. I have
wow.
never done 50 of anything.
That can't be right.
What does that mean for this show, Fourside Fights, and what should we do for the occasion? You can answer in any order or in any way that you deem fitting sufficient to get you to 8 points.
Is it really going to be 50?
Yeah, this is 49 that we're filming right now.
Okay, I mean,
Isn't
what
that
are some classic-
crazy?
That's so many. I mean, I feel like when did we start this thing? I feel like we take a lot of breaks
Just
occasionally.
for main stage, I think, in 2022.
When we all start working a shit ton. Main stage 22. Man, what
Or
a
23.
time. 23?
Yeah, I look back and it's like, damn, it's not that long, but like for a bi-weekly
Yeah.
show with breaks, 50 is a lot. Our last podcast did not make it this far.
I think, well, yeah, and then we have to
It's
redact a
buried
huge
in-
amount of them because all of them are criminals or something like that.
No, they were just
If I remember
bad.
correctly.
They got redacted for being bad.
No, we got sidetracked by the Oops All Diddlers Brigade, as is wont to
No.
happen constantly, right? Yeah,
I would, if they were good, I'd stand by them.
I think what we got to do is something more like Jeopardy. I think we got to have 3 random people in occasionally. But then also the point is like I want to set it up like we have like one super pundit and then just like 3 random people in our community that just do this.
So episode 50, why not go for like the gold? Why not say, hey, Mango, I'm cashing in. It's you. It's
We're never getting Mangus. We're never getting Mangus. What we
Yeah, I am.
do,
Yeah,
what we do
Mango
is
was
the
going to do it. I
Fourside
told
Fights.
him.
We do the Fourside Fights tournament, and it's open entry, kind of not really. Our longtime patrons can enter, longtime pundits can enter, and we just milk this. We do the whole like celebrity Jeopardy, not the celebrity Jeopardy, the Masters Jeopardy thing. We bring out our hardest, most fucked up
That's a
questions.
pretty good idea.
Yeah, and we do that. And then we give you a one-day stew that blinds you, a stew that causes blindness for one day. And you drink this one-day blinding stew, and I finally get to give the points out in a way that is coherent and good for the first time in the history of this goddamn show.
You got to host. We saw what you did.
I don't remember that. I don't remember hosting.
You had the stew on.
I often have the one-day stew that makes me blind. What should we do for 50?
I think
Damn.
tournament is good. Jess is saying Jack refuses to put me on. Jess, I give and I give and I give to you, and you just want more. Nom, 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 nom. I put you on full bloom commentary. Now you have a reason I can put you on Fourside Fights, and and honestly, both of those. You know what this means? I made you, and don't you forget it. Okay, this is Hollywood.
This is how Ashcon talks to me. Actually, Ashcon's like, you owe everything to me, and I'm like, Ashcon. This just doesn't need to be how this friendship exists.
Yes, it does. If you keep asking him for stuff.
Yeah. I don't. I never ask him for anything. I keep telling him, stop putting me on commentary blocks, please.
That's fair. He shouldn't bring it up then.
For the love of God. Hope Ashcon's doing okay. I really did like, all the times that we kind of branch out and do some weird shit. I like it. I think we should do some sort of, I think we need to start a cult. I think we need to have a radicalization, some sort of like clues or puzzles.
Yeah.
And, the
Like
promise the Patriots are in control. Like Taylor or like something more evil. I think that's what we have to do. I think we have to radicalize people and take to the streets. I think we should do that for 50.
Episode 50, the cult episode. Welcome or die.
Oh, we should get Sunny Saigon.
That's good.
We should jump Sunny Saigon one episode, yeah.
Sunny Saigon, Mango, Spark, Representative Zoe Zephyr.
No, we can't. No.
She loves the show.
I mean, she
would
does.
be down to be on a stinker episode.
We can't give her Sunny Saigon. We really do have to. I think we have to have
if she wants to be president, she's got to deal with people like Sunny Saigon.
Oh, you know what we should have? We should have more episodes with stakes. Like, I like that this had stakes. I now am never going to be on the show again, which I think is good. I think we should have, like, Ohan versus Sunny Saigon. Winner decides whether the VODs are stolen or not.
I think Ohan would win, and then instant upload.
I think we let Ohan in for a quarter of a second versus Sunny Sagan, and we see sparks fly. I want to see, I just want to see higher and more miserable stakes. I want to see Mango versus, I don't know, Edwin Budding, and the winner decides how the rankings are done.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely, I would rather put Sunny on with Zoe than put Mango on with Edwin Budding.
Mango, Edwin, they would be boys. You don't know. They got a lot of
If it was an IRL episode, yes.
100%. Well, we got to do an
if it was
IRL
in
episode.
person. But Edwin is too. So Edwin, to his credit, I'd put him in the room with Hungrybox, and he stood on business.
Yeah, Hungrybox is like, you tried to cancel me. I remember.
And Edwin said, no, I criticized you.
Yeah.
And Edwin did end up looking like a little bit of a fool, but Edwin stood on business.
Edwin stood on business. I liked when Edwin stood on business. Okay, what about this? PP versus Armada. Loser has to unretire.
That's good. We can do that.
Yeah.
Episode 50.
We got to do shit like this. This is the shit. We got to take the stakes and we got to ramp them up. We got to. And then I think we should stop putting titles and thumbnails on YouTube. I think our videos are too easy to find. Just raw episode. Just like, have you ever seen the Sam Sulek videos?
Yeah, no.
It just says day this, and then like day 256, and then what body part he's hitting, like arms.
Yeah.
And then he just uploads it.
I think we just call it episode 50. Yeah, all lowercase.
Episode 50.
Nothing.
Or we can.
All right, you're spiraling. I expected you to make like a speech that kind of brought it all together. And,
no, we need to do less speeches.
This is why you don't win the show, by the way. The show has a really obvious structure. The structure is...
What is the structure of the show? The show is suffering. It is the endless samsara of us having shitty ideas and coming back and debating them and being wrong and then being right and then being wrong again in 6 months.
No.
That goes good and that goes bad and that goes good and that goes back.
The show's about being insincere and funny.
It's about being as sincere as you can humanly imagine, and everyone comes away thinking I have schizophrenia afterwards because they don't know the depth of my ideas.
And then at the end, I ask for a moment of sincerity and rhetoric, and I see who has that dog in them to actually deliver a moment of poetry. And you have done this, but unfortunately you always get out-poeted. But this is the difference between winners and losers on this show. I need from you a moment of romance and poetry and sincerity that breaks down the borders that we build around ourselves and our egos so that we can be funny and never judged.
What is the point of harnessing an ability for poetry to avoid judgment? What is poetry but the cringiest thing?
No. I'm saying that the insincerity avoids judgment. I want the sincerity that invites judgment.
We should bring back wobbling. I'm sick of this shit, man.
All right, make your plea to the camera. You said earlier that you didn't mean it and that it was a psyop. I want something real from Chroma's heart. This is why you get in trouble and banned on the show.
We're going into third world Maoism for Melee. I'm learning from America right now. We need to make everything much, much worse. Acceleration is always good. Take to the streets.
And you can't help but bring up Mao?
Oh, Mao is very sincere. Look at the country. Plane don't fly. School don't school.
I banned hugs for working with landlords. I don't want to ban you, Chroma. I'm asking for 1/100th of sincerity. 1 point.
You got to go to locals and just make friends and be nice to people. It's so much different than engaging with this scene online. Even this is a form of engaging with this scene online. I want you, if you're watching this, to make a friend who's also watching this episode. I want you to talk to somebody about something nice and maybe find a local to go to and hang out there and have a good time. And find the relationships that are really the only reason we play this game. It could have been this game. It honestly could have been other games. Melee's sick, but the people are really the whole point. And going to the local reminded me of that. It got me out of the internet, which is where I always am, and into contact with real people. And that's really my only actual request to the people watching this show. Engage with the community.
Look to the chatter next to you. Look to the chatter to your right. One of them will be your friend. The other, your enemy. But that's okay.
That's also a friend.
That's also a friend.
Yeah. Kata and Tazio
you've done it. You have
every week.
Survived my test, even though I had to wring it out of you like a leech trying to heal somebody in 19th century tuberculosis. Little Women type situation.
21st century tuberculosis. We're bringing that shit back.
Let's take a little break to come back, and then we'll be playing.
Ohan's saying some shit in chat. Let's see what's going on.
There's some news that came out. We're cutting straight to. We're cutting to go. Let's go play and go.
Oh, I see. I can. Oh, okay. I've learned a secret tactic that you're not going to know about. Okay. Well, you're black, so you want to go first?
You go first. White goes first.
No, I'm pretty sure black goes first.
What color goes first? Go. Oh, it is black. I don't know why.
Dope.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know what that is. All right, so the goal is to chat. What am I trying to do here?
Wait, why? Oh, I gotta press start. Okay, sorry.
Oh, it didn't work.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay, end turn. There we go. Now it's your turn.
No, it's my turn.
Well, I was looking at the stream and nothing had changed.
Well, I thought what I could do is I could take yours and drop them. I can. Awesome. That's your turn. I could move for Jack's pieces.
Take your turn.
Website. It's your turn.
No.
Oh, I gotta hit end turn.
Oh, it is. You're right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Wait, no. Stop. It's my turn.
I'm gonna put you in for a 10.
This is so weird. I've only ever played physical.
We're cutting now. We're cutting now. We're cutting now. I don't think that. Oh, that.
End your turn.
I don't think the end turn mechanics mean anything. I gotta say. I really don't feel confident in that. Okay.
All right. Then why is it not updating on the screen?
The screen of what?
Is the spectate just really slow?
Oh shit! Yeah, the spectate's
There's 4 pieces on the board. Okay, it just updated.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, it does. That's good. All right. What are you doing, Jack? All right. Make your move.
Okay.
All right.
You gotta go faster, man. This is crazy.
Okay, fine.
We're trying to emulate Melee.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be more Melee, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think we're playing this very well, Jack.
That's okay. It's better to play it fast.
I think we're doing a bad job in the game.
That's okay.
We gotta go fast. Don't know about this.
I think you just... No, you didn't. Did you eat my guys?
I'm trying to eat your guys.
We need one that automatically knows the rules.
Wait, no. Your guys haven't been eaten. What I'm trying to do is eat your guys.
Yeah, you haven't gotten there yet. And I'm gonna stop you, frankly.
We're getting close to
I'm stopping you. You're fucked here.
I don't.
You're fucked, kiddo.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I feel good. I feel good about this. It's gonna work out.
Boom.
Oh god, it doesn't know the rules. Oh no, Jack, this is a terrible website.
Boom.
Man, you're gonna make 2 eyes or some bullshit.
I know about the eyes.
You're not gonna make enough eyes. I got more eyes.
1. Come and get some.
Just don't think you're gonna have enough
Come on.
eyes.
Boom. That's okay.
Just don't think you got this eyes here.
got the sauce. You're
God,
sauced up.
bullshit.
You're all out.
Everything was going great for me for a second, and then it just went really bad.
That's 9 by 9.
Fuck 9 by 9.
Boom.
Okay, fake eyes because I really think we should have played in a way that automatically captures the pieces, to be honest.
I'm gonna lie to you.
God damn it! I'm getting gaslighted. Alright, damn it, this sucks.
Should have learned the
No.
rules.
Where are all my liberties? Can't even play there. God damn it. Most bullshit eye imaginable.
You want to forfeit?
We have 2 eyes. This sucks. Can we play on a website that actually keeps track of the rules right?
Maybe. You can find it in like 2 seconds.
I don't have a website. I think it's very clear that I would not know a website for this.
Okay, 1 second. I'm looking.
This is devastating. Jack, have you played this
That's not
before?
looking good for you. Did you put a piece down? Is this on the
Yeah, I
left?
did. Yeah, I put him over here. Yeah.
All right. Boom. Yeah, you got me. No, put it on your side. It's on your side when you take.
I haven't been keeping track of any of the pieces that I've captured.
Okay. Have you captured 2? I didn't know you got that far.
Definitely captured at least 1, Jack.
Yeah.
Not even doing the
Boom.
co-fight. Not even doing the co-fight, folks. Folks, it's just looking bad. Just don't understand how to cut.
Somebody in the chat who knows Go. I'm following the rules, right?
No, I'm just getting hoed is what's happening. I think it's not a particularly complex series of outcomes for me. Double? That's fucked.
Yeah. 9 by 9 Go. You just kind of make one mistake and the game is over.
I think I'm making a couple of mistakes. One would
Yeah.
have to
I
take
mean,
many.
much like Melee, it feels like one
I
mistake.
feel like I'm going to have to forfeit my pro card. They're not going to let me keep it after this.
You know what happens next. You can still, you
I
can
don't.
play it
No,
out.
I'm not fucking doing that. My ass laddered. This shit sucks. That's so bad. I fucking hate this shit.
Yeah, I actually don't know if like 9 by 9 Go, if it's anything like chess where like, the better player, you could just hand them the board from this position and they could win. Like, I actually think they might not be able to.
I think a better player could probably just win straight up, like in any situation.
Yeah, from any situation?
From this, probably like against us, probably.
I'm saying in 16 by 16 Go, yes, but 9 by 9?
You think 9 by 9's too
It's
fucked.
like one stock Melee, you're handing them the
I
controller
am down.
300%.
Down a bit here, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, like maybe they could win at 300%, but
Oh,
like,
that's so bad.
you can forfeit. You can call it. Do you know how to forfeit?
No. No one knows how to forfeit.
I'm streaming. My show is live. Like the
Is it
last time
awesome?
you came in.
It is kind of over. Lily, help. Putting stuff in your... Don't know. Why does this happen to me?
Any thoughts about Melee on your?
I hate this fucking shit. I have no thoughts about this. This is.
Do you want to
I
become
learned
Go
enough.
Head?
I learned enough of the rules to know that this is catastrophic.
Yeah.
I gotta just play. How many liberties do I have?
Liberty,
Yeah, there's-
liberty, liberty.
Oh man.
You fought me a little too hard in the upper corner, and I think you should have just taken the other.
I think I could have won. I feel good about our abilities to win. All right, I think I can forfeit this if we can play on one that actually has the rules.
Yeah, maybe after the show.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, this is
We'll
really
find it
bad.
out. But can you take your last turn so I can have the pleasure of knocking over this giant stack?
No, you son of a bitch. Fine, God. All right. This is a Joker experience for me.
Okay,
This all
that
just
is our
felt so
show.
This all just felt so
Congratulations to
minimal. This all
Chroma
just
for
felt so-
not losing his place and getting
Oh.
146 points. Congratulations for me for winning the fight on the 9x9 board. This has been our episode 49, 9x9, Chroma 09.
Oh, God.
See you next time for episode 50.
They're going to take my non
Please
titles
subscribe
away.
to our Patreon. I know that everybody that unsubscribed had a very good reason, which is that we weren't making anything. But now
a
we're
fair
making
one.
things again. So please come back. Bye.
I will have my vengeance in this life or the next.